Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make a common dovetail joint. This is a lovely strong joint for joining, for example, battens like this together at a corner, usually at a right angle like so. Very strong, and you can see it goes together like so. I'm going to break the joint down into stock preparation, marking out, sawing, chopping and paring waste, and finally assembly. So I've started by just planing these pieces. They're both now square all round, and I've shot them square on the ends. Although I've got the widths the same, the thickness need not be the same. I've given them face side and face edge marks, and what we're going to make sure of as we build the joint is that the face edges always end up on the same side of the joint, like so, and the face sides, they can either be on the inside, which is what we'll be doing, or they can be on the outside. It's just important that you make that distinction before you start, otherwise you could end up putting the pieces the wrong way together. And if it was on something larger, a big piece of framework, you may end up putting the pins at one end of the batten the opposite way round to the pins on the other end, and then your frame won't go together. So just bear that in mind. To do fine work, you want to use a marking gauge. Take the width of one component, mark it round the end of the other, like so, and then take the thickness of this component and mark it round the joint end of the other component. If you're not doing particularly fine work, maybe just doing garden structure or something like that, you can save on your marking out, just butt the ends up against something like so, mark the thickness of the one off with a pencil onto the other one, reverse it round, do the same that way round as well. So you've got a mark on both of those pieces, and then you can just use a square, just square that round very quickly. Now to mark the tail on the end of the tail piece, you could use a dovetail marker if you've got one. If you haven't, you can use a bevel gauge. Now I want to set this to 1/6. So what I'll do on the bench here is I'll put one division apart that way, 6 divisions down here. So that could be 6 centimeters and 1 centimeter, or 6 inches and 1 inch. Then set the bevel gauge on the edge of the bench, mark it up to the 1 division, turn it round until it matches the diagonal, gives me 1/6, like so. You'll see that actually matches the dovetail marker for 1/6 as well. I use that on the end of the tail board to mark the edges of the tail. Now you're going to want to have a pin that's, slim but not too slim. So let's just say something like 1/8 of an inch. And then we'll mark the slope of the dovetail on there. Twist it round and do the other one. You see what we've ended up with. And then I want to take a square, square those 2 lines across the top. Slightly awkward doing this to camera. There we go. Now place the tail above where the pins should be on the pin board and just trace out the shape. See on there? And then square these lines down the front and the rear. And because we've marked these off the side of the tail, then we want to leave these lines behind when we're sawing out the waste material. So I'm cutting the tail here, and all the marking out is on your side, so I'm trying to judge that. Just down to the shoulder line, flip it round and do the other one. Now we remove as much of the waste as we can using the coping saw. Clean up that shoulder with a chisel. Again, this is in the finest work. Rough work, you can probably get away without doing this, unless it's on hard timber, in which case you definitely need to get rid of any excess. Softwood like this, a little bit of excess will squeeze away when you put the joint together. And there's a bit more to take out there. We just do that with a chisel, just chop that out down to the line. A little careful paring to flatten the area between the pins so we get down to the correct depth, same depth right the way across. And just cleaning up at the bottom of where the saw cut down. There we go. Quite tight, which is what we're aiming for. Bit of glue on both of the sides of the tail and on the sides of the pins. Pop it together again and put a bit of clamp pressure across the pins like so until it's cured, and then you've got a joint that's not going to come apart.